Welcome to day 3 of 30 days of taming your tongue. A quick review. Day 1 was about the lying tongue, how there's 3 types of liars. You have deceitful, half-truth, and also, I can't remember the other one. The second one is flattering tongue. Today, we're going to be reading about the manipulating tongue, which, according to scripture, that's witchcraft. Here we go. The manipulating tongue. Then Delilah pouted, How can you say you love me when you don't confide in me? You made fun of me 3 times now, and you still haven't told me what makes you so strong. Judges 16, verse 15 from the New Living Translation. Samson was God's chosen man, but he had a penchant for ungodly women. He was destined from birth to play a vital role in liberating the Israelites from the rule of the Philistines. God endowed him with supernatural physical strength and cautioned his parents that he was never to cut his hair, the secret to his strength. Samson engaged in many exploits that displayed his awesome muscle power. His enemies did not stand a chance against him. Then he fell in love with the greedy, conniving Philistine woman named Delilah. After many attempts using the age-old, guilt-inducing, if you love me, you would argument, she manipulated Samson in telling her the secret of his strength. Then for financial gain, she betrayed his trust and revealed the mystery to his enemies. They promptly shaved his head, and he became as weak as any other man. Having subdued him, they gouged out his eyes, bounding him with chains, and forced him to grind in the prison. A broken, powerless man, Samson never regained his former glory. One day, during an event in which the Philistines were making sport of him, he stood between 2 temple pillars, prayed for one last infusion of supernatural strength, and literally brought the house down. You can read it in Judges 16. The collapsing structure killed him and more than 3,000 specters and government officials. This was the tragic end of a strong man who was weakened by a manipulated woman. Manipulation can destroy not only a relationship, but also a person's life. Today, many suffer from what I call Delilah phobia, the fear of disclosing their vulnerabilities. They have decided it is much safer to keep their weaknesses to themselves rather than having the opposite sex use this sacred knowledge against them. Of course, their fear prevents them from achieving real intimacy with the opposite sex. It's critical that neither men nor women should ever mention in a manipulative or retaliatory way their entrusted knowledge on the personal fears and weaknesses of another. Manipulation is a crafty use of the tongue and a self-perpetuating vice. Once manipulators find that their craftiness helps them to achieve their objective, they become proud of their smooth operating skills. They will use all kinds of indirect tactics ranging from guilt trips to portraying themselves as innocent, suffering victims of various circumstances. They may even start to enjoy their ability to influence others in such a manner. Why, I have heard men boast, I can get a woman to do anything. While manipulators are subtle and make every attempt to cloak their self-serving motives, they often forget that many people are very discerning and have a keen sensitivity to such insincerity. Further, manipulators lose all credibility once people become aware of their propensity to engage in such behavior. People will suspect that they always have ulterior motives and will avoid them like the plague. Some people are bold enough to confront manipulators and to call their motives into question. Jesus did so when his enemies sent spies to him, posing as serious religious people. The spies were to manipulate him into speaking against the Roman government. They attempted to flatter him by complimenting his integrity and his impartiality. Then they asked a question they thought would surely be self-incriminating and land him in jail. Is it lawful for us to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But he perceived their craftiness and said to them, why do you test me? You can read on it in Luke chapter 20, verses 22 to 23. He proceeded to explain that they should give to Caesar, the Roman Empire, whatever belonged to him, and give to God what was due to him. He refused to be a victim of their manipulation. Further, we never read of Jesus manipulating anybody. He always offered everyone a better way of life, but accepted their decisions to pursue another option, even when it was not in their best interest. It would behoove us to evaluate him in this regard. Manipulation is deceptive and attempts to take away a person's free will choice. God's children must not practice nor tolerate such behavior. Today's affirmation: because I am in right standing with God, He surrounds me with favor. Therefore, I have no need to manipulate anyone for personal gain or advantage.